Same details as always. I don't even really remember the last thing we did when we were farming. So this will be a nice surprise. Hopefully I've not left myself with nothing today for a while. $15 and $16. Alright, oops, you're dead 50. Where's the cultivator? Here. I'm good as well. My first time farming in a while, so I'm sort of trying to remember where everything is just now. Oh, this is too heavy without the weight. I'm sure you can probably see it sliding there. Do you own Farming Simulator? Because you can join if you'd like. I'm running this in multiplayer. It was on sale a while ago, so you just missed that. Wait, what am I supposed to be planting here? Wheat. There will probably be a new one coming out soon anyway. Because it's nearly 2014, and they usually release them near the end of the year, don't they? I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what sort of new things they add to the game. Because the last one I played before this was 2011, and I've talked about this before on the stream. 2011 was a bad game. It just never had enough to it. But 2013 fixes that really well. So for here on, it's just going to be worth buying every farming simulator that comes out probably. I can't imagine they'll do anything to make it worse. I'm trying to play the game without hiring workers because I'm playing multiplayer. And what's the point in hiring a worker? Because then I have nothing to do. I'm here to play the game. I'm here to farm. I mean, if I let them get a few rows ahead, I can come up behind them and start fertilising the field, but that takes seconds, so it doesn't really make a difference. gonna just turn missions off while I'm doing this. Because they can get a wee bit annoying. I've said before, they've got the GPS, but they don't put missions in the GPS for some reason. Actually, how do I even get my GPS up again? Nope, do that. Oh, just a second, I've no got obs in the right screen. There we go. I really don't remember how to get my GPS up. I don't want to start hitting buttons. Oops. Don't want to start hitting buttons, hits buttons. I can't resist hitting these buttons to try and find out what button it is. I don't remember what button it is for the GPS. It tells you up in the top left for that is Q, but it doesn't tell you how to turn a GPS on for there. Just a second. Right. Right, I don't know. I can leave it for just now, I don't need the GPS up yet. Alright, Drew. I don't know how I managed to forget that. It's like one of the most important buttons in the game. So why is it you never boat farming simulator if you really want it? Just other things to buy, really? You never saw interest? What do you mean, like other people never really wanted the game, so you never wanted to play it yourself? Or do you mean you weren't interested in it? It's just weird that you'd be watching a farming simulator stream if you're not interested in the game. Alright. Yeah, I know the feeling, 'cause I mean, I started this farm, and for like the first couple hours I was playing it myself, and it wasn't quite as good as when other people started to join. Although I still need a few more tractors so that we can all do things at the same time. But it got a lot more interesting when other people joined. Yeah, the most I've had in a game at a time is 4, including myself. But 4 is a good number, I think. It only goes up to 10 anyway, unless you change the numbers. Well, if you ever decide to get the game and you're looking for people to play with, I'll always be streaming this probably. Always probably. Yeah, I'll always be streaming this because it's a good game to play and there's a lot of mods and stuff for it. Well, yeah, Call of Duty is actually required that there's other people because the AI isn't fun to play against. In fact, is it still the AI in Call of Duties? Or can you only play multiplayer now? I know Gears of War still does AI. But the last Call of Duty I played was like 4 or something like that. I'm just not very interested in playing that series anymore. I liked it when it was World War II. Although I never played World at War. I've always been meaning to go back and play World at War because that's back to World War II again, or something like that. I just don't like it when the guns and stuff are all new. Only for the zombies. A lot of people seem to be playing that for only for the zombies. I'm surprised they've not just released a Call of Duty Zombies game, where it's literally just all zombies mode. Was the latest one no like Space Nazi Zombies or something like that? They actually put a story around zombie mode, I'm sure. Nah, Left 4 Dead 2 is no good, I don't think. I don't like how the zombies in that are. Although I've not seen the Call of Duty zombies, they're the same as Left 4 Dead 2. And right, Condense. I just don't like the fact that Left 4 Dead 2 zombies and the Left 4 Dead 1 zombies just sprinting at your face and then start hitting you. I prefer the sort of slow zombies that horde around you. But that requires a lot more processing power, which is why people do the fast zombies. Because you need to get more zombies in the screen with the slow ones. Otherwise it doesn't really work. Although Dead Rising 3 seems to be doing that. I'm really looking forward to Dead Rising 3. But I'm going to have to wait until the Xbox One is sold without a Kinect, because I'm no buying an Xbox One with a Kinect. I'm never going to use it. No, even for the stupid voice commands. I mean, I've nowhere to put it in my room, so I don't know what they expect me to do with that. I guess I could like super glue it to the front of my telly or something like that. Condense, the game is opened with the usual details if you'd like to join. I mean, the Kinect is a cool thing, and I can see why they're trying to force people into getting one so that developers actually make things for it. But it's horrible that they're forcing people to pay the extra £150. If they wanted people to get a Kinect and force them into it, they should have took the hat and released that for free. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people who just won't buy the Xbox One until they sell it without the Kinect. Just now, I have an Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3. And I have a Nintendo 3DS and a PS Vita. But in terms of this generation, I will only be going PlayStation 4 until Microsoft get rid of the Kinect. Or at least don't make me buy it. Because while I don't mind paying a lot for tech, I mind paying for tech that I don't want. Or don't need. And I don't want or need the Kinect. So PlayStation's cheaper. It's also a bit more powerful, but that doesn't really matter to me. The games on it are going to be the same, except for graphically, most likely. And even then, there probably won't be a massive difference. Because when they develop games cross-platform, they don't put like a lot of effort into one and just port it, really, do they? Well, they don't put a lot of effort into one. They generally put roughly the same effort into two. So you're not going to get one version that's vastly better than the other, unless it's something like Bayonetta, where they fucked up the PS3 version. So for the most part, you're going to be playing the same games. See, I don't really play games online, so having to pay for the online doesn't matter much to me. But the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are both fees to play online in there. I know they both have subscription fees, and PlayStation Plus is getting you a bit more. Who knows if this Microsoft thing that they're doing with the 360 just now that get you all games for free is going to continue or not. That's just something we're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, I don't really see why I should be paying for the online, because they can get their money back in different ways by like releasing expansion packs and stuff, or as just now, releasing cosmetic DLC. The PS3's been out a bit longer than 6 years. It's nearly 10 years, is it though? Around about then, was it no 2006, 2005? But yeah, around about the 3 years, so it's been quite a long time. It's nearly 10 years, put it that way, because that's when Sony always say they're going to support their platforms to, is 10 years time. I mean, technically they're still supporting the PSP. There's been like 3 PSP games released in the last year. It's the one thing you can always rely on Sony for, is supporting their consoles. Nintendo, I'm not sure about now, because they really seem like they're going to be dropping the Wii U if it doesn't start selling soon. Although that doesn't really kill my temptation to buy a Wii U, as long as the Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate servers stay online. I'll probably still get a Wii U eventually. It's funny how when this conversation of the PS4 and the Xbox One comes up, the Wii U is never really in it. Yeah, I still have a GameCube as well. I don't have any games for it, but I've still got the console. I've still got a SNES. I still have 2 Nintendo DS's. I probably have a Game Boy Advance somewhere, I'm not sure where it is, but I think that's all the Nintendo consoles I've got. Oh no, I've got Nintendo 64 as well, sitting somewhere. But the only games I've got for Nintendo 64 is 2 copies of Zelda and Goemon, the Mystical Ninja, and Wave Race. I don't like Super Mario games much. Sunshine never really did it for me. Luigi's Mansion was pretty cool. But in general, I've never really enjoyed a Mario game except for the original one. Up to Super Mario 3 or World or something like that. After that, the novelty just sort of died on me. And I say I've got Zelda to play. I'm not really interested in playing it. I've got the 3DS version as well. But I'm not interested in playing it because it's pretty basic and I don't have the nostalgia that most people go into it. I don't think it's a bad game by any means, but it's just no high on my list to play. I prefer Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. I never played Link to the Past. The Nintendo 2DS is 100% an upgrade, except for the hinge being removed. The fact that you kind of fold that thing air is the biggest problem with it. Other than that, that is an upgrade. Because the 3D part of the 3DS is horrible. Horrible in the sense that it's no implemented in most games and it's no required, and it's required in one game. Literally one game will force you to turn the 3D effect on to play it, and that's Super Mario 3D Land, and it's only for one part in that game. Every other game on the console is fine for playing without it, and that's why the 3D is a joke. Maybe if like the Nintendo themselves, all the games they released themselves, if they supported the 3D and made it required, that would have been different. But the fact that it's never really been made a requirement except for that one case just makes you think, what was the point in even putting the 3D in this console? Like, I never turned mine on. Maybe like for the intro cutscene I turn it on. What do you mean the games for it just weren't ready yet? Because I mean the console's been out, that's like nearly 3 years now? 2.5 years or something? This must be somebody joining. No? Maybe? Yes? Oh, I forgot to turn on auto accept. How do I turn on auto accept again? Condense, where are the controls for this game? Oh, it's I! You press I to open that. But yeah, the 3DS has been out a long enough time now that there should have been other games that used the 3D properly. Well, they've had plenty of time now, and it's still not happened. Alright, Mental Bear, love your name. Personally, I think it's just the general public isn't ready for 3D yet, like that in terms of games. I think that's something that's going to take a few more years for it to become, oh actually this isn't a total gimmick, because I mean it is a total gimmick just now, but when it actually becomes required as a gameplay element, then they can start releasing the 3D games. So it's just sort of working up to that stage, because most people, if you talk to them just now, it's usually people that don't own a 3DS, they'll say it's a gimmick. But quite a lot of people like me that do own a 3DS will say it is a gimmick as well. because it's just, as I say, I've repeated this many times, it's only been required in one game. The problem was Nintendo themselves, they knew the 3DS was coming out before MD, obviously, so what they should have done is had a couple of different games coming out for the launch of the 3DS that required 3D to sort of prove it and show that the 3D was a good thing and it could be used in a proper gameplay element, or as a proper gameplay element, sorry. But they never did that. They never put any... Basically, they never put any eggs in that basket. They never wanted to risk it. And because they never risked it, third-party developers aren't going to risk it either. You've sort of just come in at a time when we're talking about the next generation consoles and stuff like the 3DS and stuff like that. I'm just sort of saying how the 3D is now required, and the 2DS is a good thing, because it basically just shows Nintendo's total non-commitment into the 3D part of the 3DS. And it's sort of why I'm losing some faith in the Nintendo as a company, because they've done this with the 3DS. They released the 2DS now, which has basically gone back. It's what I wanted, but it's gone back in what they say is at the start about the 3D being okay. And they also start to seem like they're going to drop the Nintendo Wii U and maybe release another console in the next few years. They just don't seem... Pardon me. They don't seem dead set in supporting the Nintendo Wii U the same way they did with their older consoles. It's hard not to lose faith in them, to be honest. I mean, they've been doing the same sort of games for ages now, and that's okay. If they keep doing that while releasing new IP, that is okay, it's fine. And they have been releasing some new IP, not very much, but some. They've been focusing more on like repeating things, like New Super Mario Bros. They've wrung that to death, and the Donkey Kong Country Returns is the other one. They've sort of wrung that to death as well. But they're starting to do new things again. They're bringing out new games, so that's okay. But the problem is they just never seem to have faith in it in the day themselves, but they're expecting us to have faith in them, and that just sort of doesn't happen. Animal Crossing, yes, that's okay, because I mean, I actually own Animal Crossing. I've played like maybe 100 hours of it. There's no problem with that game, and they've only released 4 of them. They released Animal Forest for the 64, they released the GameCube version, the DS version, and the 3DS version, so they've no wrung that dry. They've no went too far with that game. That's had like a generation between each game. You have all 3 of them, because Animal Forest was only released in Japan. I'm surprised you'd go so far as to import it. But then again, I've imported games, so I've got a Mahjong game on my PS Vita, which I play quite often. The other 3, but not Forest. What's the other one then? Oh, do you mean the 3DS, the DS, and the GameCube? Oh, there was a Wii one as well, I forgot about that. So there's 5 of them. Right, time is F8, F7, F9, F10, F6, F5. How do I condense, how do I speed... Whoops. Speed up time. I've not played this in so long I can't remember things. F11, F12. Nope, that's a screenshot. 8 and 7. Ah, thanks. Yeah, Animal Crossing's, I mean, I would prefer they, like, made it a bit more gameplay orientated, but it's fine the way they've got it. They've got a good thing going. I mean, you're really doing a whole lot of nothing but collecting things, but it's fun. And really, when it comes down to it, the fun is all that matters in the game. Although they have made some big changes between some of the Animal Crossings. My favourite thing in the new Animal Crossing, the 3DS one, is the fact that they've made the people in the games slightly more human-shaped. That just, it sings to me. I don't like weird-shaped things, humanoid things. Obviously, it's not a massive deal to most people, but... yeah, the sort of the ultimate customization, you could call it, or I wouldn't want to call it unlimited, or actually ultimate's a bit too strong as well, but just the amount of customization you're allowed to do with your house and the things in it, your character, your general village and stuff like that. Alright, Jamie 2090. But a lot of the games that people think are Nintendo first party games aren't actually Nintendo first party. For example, the biggest one, Game Freak. Game Freak aren't owned by Nintendo. They just favour Nintendo consoles for their release platform. In fact, back in the era Sega does what Nintendo don't, I'm pretty sure Game Freak released the game in a Sega console. The one thing I'm looking forward to most in this generation is the fact that they're putting Twitch support into both consoles. Alright, the Kedge? I think that'll be a good thing for streamers in general, and maybe it'll make Twitch stop supporting the bigger streamers all the time and start supporting smaller streamers, because if you look in the Twitch Twitter, they quite often post links to things like Man vs Game. And you're like, Man vs Game has like a couple of hundred viewers at least, maybe a couple of thousand. I think he has like 2,000 viewers most of the time. He doesn't really need the Twitch Twitter to be pimping him out like that. But I guess they must make more money off him or something like that. How are you, the Kedge? Just waiting in some fields to pop up here. Yeah, because I've been through, like, I usually go into Twitch when I'm looking for videos to watch. Go to whatever game I feel like watching, and then go to the lowest viewer, or one of the lowest viewers, whatever one, like, you know, for the wee thumbnail. I just look for whatever one that looks like they have a nice setup, and click into that. And quite often, you see people doing there that have got really, really nice setups, and they talk to other viewers and stuff like that. They engage with the viewers, they have an entertaining stream, and they've got like 3 viewers. It just seems like that should be the kind of thing that Twitch is letting people know about, rather than Man vs Game. Not that I have anything against Man vs Game, he does a good stream as well. Come on. Twitch makes newer streamers hard to start. Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I had a sort of advantage. The first thing that I think I streamed was, or no, I started streaming Binding of Isaac. But after that, I write reviews for a site. Actually, I also own the site that I write reviews for, but still, I write reviews for a site, and we had a copy of NASCAR 2013, and I started streaming that. There was a couple of problems with it, and the streaming software, but that was fine. And quite a lot of people came to watch that, and I got quite a few subscriptions for that, so it wasn't as hard as it normally is to start streaming for me, because I put a few viewers to that. Yeah, the bigger viewers don't really need they don't need the new people to watch them as much as the smaller ones do. That's why I do the same. There's a subreddit as well for Twitch, and they quite often have newer people that are quite good there as well. So I just try and, like, I don't know, I always call it paying favours, but it's not really paying favours to people, is it? I don't really know what to call it. I just try and help the new people out, I guess. Despite the fact that I'm still relatively new as well. Were they any good condens? Because, I mean, if they're good, you can link them here. I have nothing against that. I've actually got a section at the bottom where I link streamers that I like. They were shit. Oh well then. There's a dude called Spamfish. He usually gets around 700 to 900 views. The other day he was playing GTA 5 and Twitch featured in the front page, and he got 3,750 views and maintained it for an hour or so. About 10 people subscribed to it, $4.99. God. GTA 5 has probably got quite a lot of people, a lot of followers. I was hoping to stream GTA 5 as well, but I won't have the game until next week, and I can't afford the capture card, so I won't be streaming that. No yet anyway. Probably in like a few months or something like that. And some people like streams where people don't talk. I know a lot of people come in here and they're like, hey, look at that accent, I don't want to listen to that. And then cut off. Or like, I quite often jump subjects, like we were talking about consoles, and then we could be talking about farming, and we could be talking about Warhammer 40k, then we could be talking politics. It's like, yeah, some people kind of sit there and listen to all that. In fact, I'm pretty sure one time we started talking about being stoned in space. But if you really do want to help like new streamers out, the best thing you can ever do is go into their channel and talk to them. Because if you've got your stream sitting there and you're stoned in space, wow, yeah, that was a good conversation. That one was pretty funny. But yeah, the best thing you can do, go in and talk to them, because if they're sitting there 1 to 2 viewers, if they've got a webcam, you can probably see them looking back and forward all the time between the chat. Because they're pretty nervous, they're sitting there thinking that they're no good at this, that nobody wants to watch them. And you can see them getting frustrated sometimes. I don't know if I've got it on YouTube. I don't know what game I was playing when we were talking about that. If it was Euro Truck, it's not on YouTube. If it was Farming Simulator, it was on YouTube. Alright, Farmer Iactica. But yeah, just go in there, talk to them. It'll like help relieve their stress a bit. Try and like find out something they like or something like that, and just talk to them about that. Oh, there's the fields coming. That's not even ready just now, is it? I'm pretty sure they've got one ready to go. The wheel is going pop, pop, pop. Nah, that's the field ready. Yeah, we probably have quite a lot of wheel just now. Oh, 57 eggs. We've got too many eggs. Yeah, I sort of like having the small number of people I have in my stream, because quite a lot of them talk, and I can always read what everybody's saying. I don't know how the bigger streamers like deal with hundreds and hundreds of people in their channel. Oh, I'm going to turn the speed back up just now because there's a part here that isn't ready yet. Or did that change crop for this? I don't remember changing. Ha! Nice timing. That's when you get to feed the dog eggs for dog beans for dinner. What? Beans? Alright, man. You can grab the big trailer contents, I'll go get the smaller one. Alright, you've got that tractor in here. Welcome back, man. The front loader's at the sheep. Yeah, I'm just taking this one instead. Where is that trailer, but? There it is. Yeah, the front loader's there. I've got the green tractor that's using the grass cutter and stuff like that. And the grass wagon, whatever it's called. I don't think we ever agreed on a name for that thing. Thanks for the follow. How do you say your name? Is it Farmer IAKDK, or does that mean something? But thanks for the follow anyway, Farmer IAKDK. Alright, Hector Salamanca. It's a shame the bigger trailer doesn't have like a funnel so you can put it in the smaller trailer to drive it away. So yeah, what next gen console is everybody else buying? I've said that I'm buying PS4. I figured we should just turn back around into this conversation because we never finished it. Everybody else buying PS4, Xbox One, or have you already bought a Wii U and no planning to buy both? Or are you planning to buy them all? Could be anything. Make a trailer train? What do you think? We should just buy a lot more of the small trailers? A trip to Florida? That'll probably be expensive. That's terrible, don't be mean to Moobot. Moobot's my friend. New PC parts and an Oculus Rift. I guess that counts as next gen. I need to buy some new PC parts as well. I need to upgrade my CPU and my GPU. Although I'm using the outdated AM3 slot. The evolution of that, the AM3 Plus is it. But I'm hoping to just like upgrade to a better CPU for my slot rather than buying a new motherboard as well. Food, booze and theme parks. That's as good as a thing as eating for your money to go into. Although personally I would cut out the booze and the theme park part. Because I've watched Man vs. Food, and I would really love to go to America and just do that myself. Especially for all that pulled pork, man. It just looks gorgeous. Hiring Mustang and driving down to Miami. That sounds pretty cool. Sadly, I couldn't do that if I went there because I don't have a license. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm caught on it. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, I don't mind if I'm having like food. I don't mind drinking some alcohol with it. That's no fully out, is it? That's why it's no gone. But I wouldn't drink to get drunk the way most people do. I was saying the other day, tried a beer and it's called Innocent Gun. It's Scottish beer made in Edinburgh. That one's pretty good. It's tasty and you don't taste the alcohol in it, which is all I can ask for in a beer. Yeah, that's the better way to drink. Because I mean, you get these people all the time that they go their night out, they get drunk, and then they come back up in the morning, they're like, I'm never drinking again, then they go out and date again next week. Alright, Chilo 43. But yeah, if you ever see that kicking around, try it. Oh, banana bread, nice. I've tried a banana bread beer before, if that's what you're talking about, unless you're just talking about banana bread. Yeah, banana bread beer's nice. I wonder if Farming Simulator 2014 will have a brewery in it, so you can make your own beers. Because we really should be expecting to see Farming Simulator 2014 sometime soon. Genetically modified crops, nice. It would be pretty cool if they put that sort of stuff in, like a mod for protesters, great. So what did the protesters do? Did they just lie down in your fields? But it's that sort of stuff that'd be pretty cool to see in a game like this. Because you have to wonder, from their perspective, they're just simulating the actual farm experience. They're no simulating things that surround the farm experience. You know, like politics, because politics is really heavily involved in modern farming. I just think it would be pretty cool to see like mods gone to that level, or mods, simulation games gone to that level, to burn your crops. Well, I better watch out and no plant hemp then. Boom. A mod for gypsies to steal your tractors. Yeah, no, the mod for the gypsies is so that they set up a community on your field. And then you need to buy a bulldozer and drive right through it. There was a documentary about gypsies in the telly, and they were basically all living in this big field in their caravans, and the land got bought from under them, they weren't moving away from it. So I did just sort of imagine a farmer going out of that field with a harvester. It's just sort of the image I got in my head when I heard that news. Not that I'm saying it should have happened or anything, I'm just saying that's the image I got. I actually just, I'm sure you've seen the Humble Bundle weekly, daily, whatever deal. I'm sure it's weekly. For the X games, you know, the space exploration ones. I got that. So I'll probably start streaming that at some point. Because they're something that I've wanted to play for a long time and the new one's coming out soon. I'm not really sure how long any of the games are. But there's like, what, 6 of them or something like that? 5 of them. Yeah, Eurogamer's a bit far from me, so I've not been there. I've not even been to like MCM in London or Manchester or anything like that. I really don't go to any things like this. It's something that I'll probably go to within like the next few years. Oops. Where am I? E3 is too far away. I live in Scotland. E3 is in America. I don't have a passport or anything like that. If you just wait a second, Condense, I'll move out to you. David Vonderhaar? No. Who's that? Sid Meier's Pirates is on sale. Yeah, that's in my wish list. I got a message about that, and I would like to buy it, but I didn't even buy my Humble Bundle. That was bought for me. I have literally zero money until next week. I was supposed to get it on the 16th there, but there was a problem. So now that I've got the problem sorted, I need to wait longer. So yeah, Jamie, who's David Vonderhaar? Game designer and director responsible for Call of Duty. Oh, there's an image here. Click it. Is that you meeting him? Can I assume you're the person on the right? Yeah. See that? I was good at that. It's like, you're the one on the right and I got it right, I think. Nice Meerkat t-shirt. You're not in the photo? Oh well then. I was close. When you say your business partner on the left, I thought you meant that was you on the right. So when did you meet him? Was that a Eurogamer? I just thought the person on the right looked very, very Scottish. Runs a gaming community called Ek Gaming. Do you know what I would really like to see? A LAN centre. We used to have one in HMV here. I don't remember what it was called, but it was in HMV, so I never really went to it. But an actual proper LAN centre, there was one as well. That was on the same street as two game shops, and it was called... What was it called? Reload. And before that, there was a LAN centre in the exact same building that got shut down before Reload got shut down. They don't seem to do very well, and it's weird, because LAN centres are great. I also went to one in Hamilton, and that got shut down. I just sort of want somewhere to go play Street Fighter, because then I'd have incentive to actually play to a better level. I don't really train in the game or anything anymore, so I'm pretty bad at it. You're on the left for Poncho for Dirty Sanchez. Nice. He's tiny. How tall are you? Just to get perspective and how exactly small Poncho is. Exactly how small even. 6'1", so you must be like what, 5'6" or something like that. Maybe a bit shorter than that. Because you're leaning down there, so yeah. Oh, you've got your knees bent as well. So maybe he's like 5'2" or something like that. Alright, so did you just bump into him in the crowd? See, I don't really, Did you say GLaDOS? No, he said Glasgow, which is Glastonbury. It's a place in England. Yeah, I don't really go to any sort of these festivals or anything like that, and I don't really go to the conventions either. He was building a half pipe in the theatre in Circus Field. Well, you know what the